only 2 months into the relationship. We started long distance.
When you're FaceTiming your partner, are you okay with them doing other things?
Hi, I'm Jackie. Actually, in the beginning, we did devos every day. So he bought the book and then we did it together.
Who is this man? Who is this? What the? Hi everyone, I'm Hannah and we are back for another episode of BULGOGI Pod. And if you guys can't tell, can we get a little view of our outfits? We're in Aspen. So yeah, if you guys aren't watching the video, we are all matching in our little Aspen gear. And so yeah, today we have on my cousin Jackie. We grew up together.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
And then also my sister's joining us.
Hi.
I'm just gonna end up laughing. And so yeah, Jackie, if you could introduce yourself, tell the people who you are.
Yeah. Hi. I'm Jackie. I'm the younger sister of one of your previous guests.
Yes, if you guys haven't listened to Kiwon's episode about living in Korea, dating in Korea, go listen to that now. But yeah.
So that's it.
Oh.
That's my identity. I'm just her little sister.
Me too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
We got influencer sisters.
Yeah,
so
seriously.
You guys are just the
We're just
the side pieces.
yeah.
Okay, got
No
it.
name.
Yeah.
No name, just the sisters.
But also a little bit of backstory. The t-shirt that I'm wearing, it says Aspen. It's actually not mine. It's Jackie's boyfriend's, right? You guys bought this for him.
I did.
Literally, it was so cute. Her parents separately went to the store and they were like, oh, we have to get him something. We have to get him something. And so they went earlier today, got him some merch. And so so you and your boyfriend, how long have you guys been dating?
Right now, it's probably been about 3.5 years.
Oh, whoa. Is that your
Yes.
longest relationship?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. And
okay.
I feel like technically it's my first
Oh, really?
relationship. Yeah, because I don't count my first one. It was 2 months in high school.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's still something.
Yeah. I dated my middle school boyfriend for 2 months.
That was 1 month, and I'm like, yeah, that was my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, mine was senior year of high school, so that was we were older.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
you still don't count it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So he's your what? 첫사람? Is that what you call it?
첫사랑? Yeah.
Your 첫사랑.
첫사랑.
Wait, how do you say it?
첫사랑.
That's not what I said.
첫사랑? Did I say it wrong?
How do you say it?
It's just I know her. She's gonna be like, I said that.
No, I said 사람.
Oh, you said 사람?
Yeah, I always thought it was
Oh,
사람.
no.
첫사람?
첫사랑? My first person. My first.
Oh, I learned something new. Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
And then how did you guys meet? How did you guys start dating?
Yeah. So we hid it for a while, but we met on Tinder.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot that was how it was.
At the beginning of the pandemic, I really did not want to meet anyone. I just wanted Netflix and song recommendations because it was peak COVID, and I was I wasn't gonna go out and see anyone. So
right.
yeah.
Oh.
And then he was the only person I talked. He was the first match, and the only person I talked to.
Oh my gosh, really?
That's insane.
Wait, that's actually
Because I
insane.
deleted it before January 2020. I was no more apps.
Oh.
So I deleted everything. So no history was on there.
Oh.
But he was the first one after I re-downloaded it.
Wow.
In March.
That's crazy.
Wait, I feel like it's so rare to find someone that quickly. Did you just know?
No, I don't think I think I was just, I don't know. I was just bored at that time.
Valid. No way.
Wait, yeah, because we couldn't see you. We couldn't see you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think he was also bored, or like?
I think so.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we actually kind of connected because we're kind of hypochondriacs.
Oh.
Yeah, so we weren't gonna meet.
You guys are gonna meet?
Well, yeah, honestly, like it would have been hard for us to meet because we were like, oh, COVID, like we really got to be careful.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my gosh, both of you guys being hypochondriacs.
Yeah.
Because Kara is also hypochondriac.
I was like, what?
Me too. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And then were you guys in the same city at this point?
Yeah, we were at the same city.
Okay.
We were like 20 minutes away from each other by car. And then I asked to FaceTime him first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did you ask to FaceTime?
I don't know. We were texting every single day. And I was just like, I'd rather I want to see how he looks like because each photo, he looked totally different. Yeah. It didn't look like him. I was like, I really don't know what you look like.
Yeah.
So I asked to FaceTime him.
Uh-huh.
And then we FaceTime each other every day since.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Not right now, though. Not as much.
yeah, because you're seeing him in person.
Like, not anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, was it awkward?
I'm sweating.
Turtleneck is fucking me up.
Is the heater on here?
Okay, so you guys are FaceTiming all the time? Yeah, was it?
Was it awkward or like right off the bat? Was it good chemistry?
It was really good chemistry because he talks a lot. Like he's really kind of like quick to ask questions and like talk a lot. So it wasn't like there was no like silences.
Wait, that's so good.
Yeah.
Do you think that like you're naturally attracted to like extroverted people or people who talk a lot?
I heard a fart out there.
Wait, should we place bets on whose parent just farted? I think it was your dad. No, I think it was your dad.
I know that sound.
No, the craziest was when we were driving, like to us.
Farting multiple times.
Yeah, and then he would roll down the window, and then
I didn't hear it though. I didn't hear it. It just started smelling.
we're sitting in the back seat. Literally, I'm like thinking, there's no point in rolling down the window. If you're gonna roll it back up,
Is he like admitting to it like verbally, or is he just rolling down?
I'd rather have a warning.
Yeah,
like, excuse me?
What were we talking about?
Oh, you're crying.
Are you naturally drawn to more extroverted people?
I would say so. But I think if I were to meet him in real life, like at that time, I don't think he would have been as extroverted.
Oh, so he was like more comfortable for FaceTime.
Yeah. So he was able to talk more.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I know, like, right over the years, I didn't meet your boyfriend for a really long time. Just take it off. Guys, this is so chaotic.
I was like kind of panicking.
Oh, and so I know a little bit about your relationship, and like I didn't meet your boyfriend for like years, right? Like it was just like always like, oh, like he's not in town, whatever.
Yeah,
so you guys did a lot of long distance, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you kind of explain like?
Yeah, so I think it was like 2 months after we met, my family decided to go back to Korea because it was safer for during COVID.
Yeah.
So then when we went back, we just started long distance. So it was like only 2 months into the relationship, we started long distance. We FaceTimed every day, and he had to stay up like till 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. every single day. I would try to wake up earlier because it would like 6 a.m. to kind of just compromise.
Yeah.
But I had work. At that time, I was also working too there.
Yeah.
So then I had work and I had to go like 8 a.m. So I couldn't really wake up too early.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Was that hard? Like, you think like going into it initially? Because I feel like 2 months
Mhm.
is not like a big amount of time to like build.
Yeah, but for me, I feel like I always kind of date knowing that like I would marry.
Oh.
Yeah, so I feel like that I really like sat down and really tried to consider all of the things he talked about and to see if it was like a legitimate relationship for me to continue. Or else I wouldn't go into it at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So like, what did like all those like considerations and thoughts like look like?
I think the first one, of course, was faith for me.
Mm.
And actually in the beginning we did devos every day.
Oh,
So
Really?
so we read the same devotional book, and then like we would like share notes. We would text each other like the notes and like what we felt about it and like what it meant to us at that time.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
yeah, that's dedication.
Yeah.
Did you prompt that?
I think I started it, and then I think he just wanted to join in and like.
Oh,
so
he wanted to join.
yeah, because so he bought the book, and then we did it together.
Who is this man? Who is this? What the?
He wanted to join.
Yeah.
She didn't force him.
She didn't even
No.
ask. She didn't go, oh, do you want to do these devos with me? He was like, I'm going to buy the book on my own.
Yeah, that's insane.
Oh my gosh.
And off of Tinder. That's crazy.
Like, she was just looking for song
No,
recommendations.
that's fake. Like, they had to have found each other on Tinder and then do devos every single day. Like, that's
Wait,
crazy.
yeah. Oh my
for you.
gosh. You literally found a unicorn.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're doing devos every day.
Mhm. And then I also like talked to one of my close friends who's a PK.
Oh, okay.
And I really like, because I don't think I really understood what it was to be like in a real relationship.
Oh.
So I like went to him and like kind of asked for like, is this right? Like, is being in a relationship right? And like, what does this entail in like being a Christian? Like, how does that work? You know? Because I just didn't know. But I don't know. I just felt very like calm about that relationship, or like starting that relationship. So I didn't really have any like doubts too much.
Whoa. Also, I do hear, like, you know how in, like, the movies and even, like, in real life, I feel like people are always like, I felt butterflies and whatever. But a lot of people are like, oh, that's just anxiety.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
so,
agree.
do you think, like, the calmness was also kind of like, oh, this feels like,
Yeah.
like, maybe I feel safe?
I think I latched on to like I didn't know I needed a lot of like reassurance in like a relationship. Like I think because like in previous like sums or like, you know, like flings here and there, they're kind of wishy-washy. Like they're not fully like in or out.
Yeah.
Like they're not, no security.
It's like, I don't even know if you're seeing other people.
Yeah. But then he was like really consistent and like very, very words of affirmation.
Oh,
Is that what
wow.
is that your number one for receiving?
No, mine's physical touch.
For giving and receiving?
I think for receiving physical touch and then giving, I think it's slowly changed. I think it's like quality time, physical touch, and like words of affirmation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I'm like quality time, physical touch. And so, you know, after doing all the consideration and like realizing like, oh, this is someone I like. It's okay, burp.
It's okay, fart.
Guys, we're literally so gassy.
We're like children. Yeah, fart.
That's you, not we. Why are you grouping?
Are you projecting? Did you fart?
So hard.
I'm done.
And so after all the like consideration and like realizing that this was someone that you wanted to like be in a relationship with and like even like go as far to do the long distance with, like how did the conversation go with him? Like were you like nervous being like, I'm moving?
No, I think I talked about it to him straight from the beginning.
Oh.
Because we knew we were eventually going to have to go back because like my whole family's over there. And then, yeah, like the medical situation was safer because I graduated and then I didn't have health insurance. So I was worried about that.
Oh,
If I got
right.
COVID, like what would I do? So yeah, so he knew straight from the beginning.
And so how long were you guys doing long distance in Korea for? Like, what did the rest of the long distance?
So in total it was like 2 years, but like a year and a half in, so I didn't see him that whole year and a half. I came back for graduation, like the graduation ceremonies like we're starting up again.
Oh yeah.
So I came back for like a couple months, and then I got to see him multiple times, and then I had to go back to Korea because I had work. Yeah, so in total like 2 years. This is the first year together this year.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
Do you think that like the dynamic in the relationship changed a lot going from like long distance to like seeing him all the time? Because wait, for some context, like I have some friends who like did long distance for the first like year, maybe year and a half of their relationship, and then once like they moved back into the same city, like it didn't work because they were both used to like so much like independence and freedom that like the pressure of seeing each other like so much every single week and like being in each other's presence like just didn't work anymore. Like I think they both needed the distance in a way.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think I kind of agree with that. We spent a lot of time together this year just because like we were trying to make up for time. So we kind of treated every day like it was like a date. So he was always like, what are we doing tonight? What are we doing tonight? But like it was just like a work day. He would like, it's a Tuesday. Yeah. And so he treated every day like it was a date. And we kind of still do that, but we realized that like because we do that, we end up like kind of ignoring a lot of like our own responsibilities, like our own kind of growth in like individually in careers or like our own health too and our diet, because then we just forego like all of our like exercise diet throughout the week. We're not like eating out every day.
Right.
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
So now the arrangement is we don't see each other during the weekday.
Oh, okay.
We'll sometimes do like maybe for dinner, but then I'll go back home and then he'll go to his place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll just separate. And then for the weekend we'll meet.
That's like a healthy balance because I feel like it's so easy, right? Like in a relationship, like you just want to spend all your time, but
I was gonna say, how did you guys like do that? How did you guys do that?
I think
Did you bring it up?
I had to bring it up because like for me, I realized that I was just ignoring everything. Also, especially like I also ignored like faith a lot. Like I wasn't reading the Bible. Like we just sat and like watched Netflix and like just fall asleep. So then felt like that part of me was like really important and like I didn't want to like just abandon that for him. So I wanted to kind of refocus and like I think it's good for both of us because like now he's like, yeah, I'm working out now. I'm eating better. Every time I'm with you we eat like shit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's like that's so healthy to just like talk about. Like it's so easy to let yourself go. It's so easy to just like even like right like let yourself go in career because you're like, oh, I'm like comfortable. Yeah. And I know you've like brought up faith a couple times, and so are you and your boyfriend like of the same faith?
No, so I'm a Christian and he's a Catholic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did that work? How have like the conversations been? Because I think for me, I'm still trying to figure out like if I can date somebody who's not Christian, right? Like I'm Christian, and so like it's just been like just kind of like dating to learn in that way. And so I'm curious, like, did you guys have conversations about it at the beginning? Like
at the beginning, I don't think it was too much of an issue just because like we weren't really together, and I think a lot of like our religion is based in like Christians go to service, Catholics go to mass, they go to confession, they have kind of a lot like different responsibilities than Christians do. So in that way we didn't experience it until we were together. Yeah, but then we do kind of a good job of like compromising. So like sometimes I'll go to mass with him, he'll come to service with me. It's been good. Like I think he's been opening up and talking more about Catholicism to me and trying to understand also my opinion on Christianity, because I know there is like such a big divide within like the Christian space. I don't know too much about Catholicism, but I feel like as long as he has like a base of like he loves God, he knows God, and he believes in Jesus, I feel like
the rest you guys will kind of figure out. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I think like first and foremost, at least for me, like I just like want them to believe and like a higher being, and then like see how that kind of like plays out in their life. Because yeah, like even like my ex, like he was also Catholic, but it was one of those things that like I think it was just important that like they were a person of faith.
Yeah, I agree.
With like the compromises and all of that, like have you guys talked about like maybe kids and like raising them in like an interfaith household? Because I feel like that's when it comes up.
I feel like they'll probably go like to both. But it's like ultimately up to them.
And then I know that we like skipped over a lot of the long distance part, so I kind of want to jump back there. But like for me also, I like kind of did long distance, like he was a couple hours away, and so it was kind of like built in foundationally that we like FaceTime each other every day at a certain time. Like I know you guys were talking every day. Was it consistent what time you guys were FaceTiming?
It wasn't consistent like what time we were FaceTiming at, but it got to a point where it was really stressful for me because like I would have to like either during my lunch break talk to him if we didn't happen to like call like during the nighttime for me, which would have been like midnight or like really early, like 1 a.m 2 a.m in the morning for him. So I didn't want him to go through that. But then I think I thought he had the expectation of wanting to talk every day, and we didn't communicate that clearly. So then to me it was a breaking point. I was like, we can't do this, like
Really?
yeah, like we cannot call every day, like this is too much, because it was a lot, because we were also texting throughout the day, so it wasn't even like that was our only form of communication,
right?
Yeah,
like did you guys have things to talk about at that point?
Yeah,
Plenty.
he talks a lot.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No, which is great for me because I don't talk as much, which I think I've become a lot more expressive because of him, and we had to because of long distance.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
And so you communicated all this. Like, how did he take it?
He's like, oh, like he didn't have that expectation. I just thought he did. Yeah. So then there was that miscommunication, and then he was like, no, it's fine. Like we don't have to call every day.
Right.
But I think I felt bad because like the long distance, I didn't want him to feel like isolated.
Yeah.
At that time, he was living at home, and then I was like working, so at least I was like interacting with other people. Yeah. But he was just like at home with his parents, and like
I see. I feel like it's always, not always, but a majority of the time it's harder for the person doing like less, or like you know, when somebody like moves away to a new city, I hear like it's harder for the person that like
at
stays home. Yeah. And so I think at least for me, having like I had a set time of like what time we talked.
What time was it at?
It was like 9 p.m. every single day. But it was really hard because it was like when I had freshly moved into my new apartment with like my roommates, and so I felt like I was like missing out on a lot of time with them. Like quality time. Like I was like, oh, I have to go FaceTime. So it felt like super burdensome. And so like right in preparation for the episode, I was actually looking into like the Gottman Institute. They've done like a lot of research on just like relationships and whatnot in the psychology world, and they were saying that like there are a lot of couples that do long distance, but like you don't necessarily have to like set a time. Like it can just be a little bit more organic.
Yeah.
And so did you find that like kind of like staying away from every single day talk like helped?
Yeah, I think it definitely helped the relationship because we were texting all the time, and then actually like when I wanted to FaceTime him, it felt like a lot better instead of having to like, sometimes I would be in the middle of something and I'd feel bad that like he would just kind of be in the background and I have to kind of do other things.
Wait, question. I'm so curious about this one. Like, when you're FaceTiming your partner, are you okay with them doing other things? Like them multitasking and the FaceTime being in the background? Or do you want FaceTime to be the only thing that they're concentrating on?
I think for me, I was the one who was like doing other things. Yeah, and he was like kind of concentrating on the call.
Okay, so like you're like, yeah, it's fine with me.
It's definitely okay.
Yeah. Wait, what about you?
I agree. I'm also just doing things. I feel like I'm folding laundry or washing dishes, but I'm still like paying attention to them, but just to look at them and just to talk to them, like, oof. I'm just kidding. just happens that I'm doing things. Even with my friends, if I'm FaceTiming them, I'm usually and I treat those relationships like pretty similarly. So like, I'm doing things.
Because okay, I used to be in the camp of like, oh, I want them to solely be focusing on the FaceTime because like I would literally they're holding up their phone and then I see the light switch on their phone and I'm like, oh, they're on a different app. Oh, he's not talking to me directly.
Well, if they're like on like TikTok, then I'd be like, rude. That's so rude.
That's weird.
Like, what?
Well, okay, so but I realized that I think the issue was I don't think some men can't multitask. They can't multitask. Yeah. And so whenever he would be like switching apps, I would be talking, he'd be like, oh, what'd you say?
So I don't think he should be on his phone. I think that's different. I think that's like kind of like if we were having a conversation, you were on your phone. Because then I'd be like, wait, what'd you say? Like,
rather than like folding laundry or like doing something else.
Like, like something mindless, you know?
Oh,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That's true. Because like he was like reading things. Like I'm almost positive
it was like reading a book.
I'm almost positive it was like sports updates. Like he's like reading. Yeah.
Male.
Yeah, like I'm almost positive. And so now I think I'm definitely in the camp of like, no, like please do things. Like I FaceTime my friends when I'm like cooking and like driving and all of that.
Yeah.
But I think like I'm realizing on this podcast that like you guys are right. Like it's different if like they're doing a chore versus like they're being scrolling on their phone.
Yeah. Oh. But I think it's like it's the same thing as like in person, like what I would find rude and what I would find like okay for you to do if I'm hanging out with you or talking to you.
If you're like looking up sports like right next to me and we're talking,
yeah,
then it's that'd be weird.
I'm like, oh, is it that important?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're in the right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Was he like trying to hide it, like, but then you saw it in his eyes and like he didn't know?
I don't know what was going through his brain. All I saw was like the changing colors on his face. You know how it reflects off, so like it'll get darker and then lighter depending on what app you're on. So I was just like, what the frick? Yeah. And so
that's
right. I'm taking time out of my day. Like I could be spending it with my roommates or like hanging out with another friend, and like he's not engaged on the FaceTime.
Did you say something?
I think I did once.
What'd you say?
I think I was just like, hey,
your lights, your face taking a long time.
No, I'm more direct than that. I'm like, I would appreciate it if you like we're engaged in this conversation.
Oh.
And like he was like totally like yeah. And then I had to communicate totally. Like but then I also had to communicate just like I don't want to talk every single day. Like I don't think like it's completely necessary.
Yeah, so, I agree.
Yeah, I think like long distance in a way kind of like forces you to communicate.
Yeah.
Like,
but there's certain forms you need to communicate through. Like it can't be like regulated. Then it becomes a chore.
Yeah.
Then it's not really like love or like
I like this. But yeah. It's literally just like, oh, I have to do this. Yeah. Oh, and then I know that like when people kind of aren't in each other's vicinity, there's like potentially room for like jealousy or possessiveness to develop. Did that ever come up? Like, was he like, oh, I've never met these friends that you're hanging out with? Or
I think it was a little different for my case because like I was in Korea and so I didn't have too many friends to hang out with, nor did I even want to go out because I was like, I don't want COVID.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And
so then but I actually made him meet my friends.
Oh, without you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, because for me, for the past, like, I didn't date anyone in college. To me, like, friends were, like, the most important things in my life at that point. Still are.
Yeah.
It still is.
Yeah. Boyfriend? Second. Sorry, no. Yeah.
I don't want to get canceled by my friends if they see this. But yeah, so I made him see my friends, and also I think it was a way for like them to get to know him and him to get to know them, and then also kind of like gauge, because it was early on in the relationship. you kind of want your friends to kind of like check him out, you know?
Yeah, you're like, I don't know if I'm being blinded right now.
Yeah. So it only happened twice. It was like one friend group and then like another friend. So it didn't happen like multiple times. Oh. Yeah. But yeah.
Were you nervous?
No, I was just like, meet them. Yeah, because I was like, I feel like I wanted to integrate them so much and I couldn't because I was just not there. Yeah, so that was the only solution that I thought of.
That's good.
That's
honestly so good.
Yeah, that's great.
And then you kind of like, I kind of feel like that's better because you're just like, it's gonna happen no matter what, and like, it'll go well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Or it'll go badly and like I won't be there to witness it.
That.
Oh, maybe I'll try that next time. I don't want to be there. Yeah, I don't want to be there.
Drop him off.
But you're like a mile away. You're like, yeah, no, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
You just go.
Yeah. That's amazing. Kind of like to wrap things up, for couples that are going through long distance, do you have any like tips? Any insight that you want to share?
Ooh, I think what I said before about not having kind of regulated communication times, I think will kind of help keep the love and the passion alive, just because you're not kind of forced into that chore. And I think second, I think it was specifically for me, and I think if any other like believers also are kind of in that same boat, I feel like if you have like both of you guys have like a strong foundation in God, it'll just kind of help you more like kind of bind together and just like understand. There was like a diagram, there was like man, woman, God.
It's like a triangle, right?
Yeah. And like the closer you're to God, the closer you are to each other. Yeah.
I love that.
Because I think even now, like sometimes like day-to-day life, we kind of like fall out and just like we get busy. But then we realize like, oh, the more time we spend with God, our relationship gets better. Our communication gets better. It's more kind of based in like sincerity.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that. I feel like this episode like served as a very like good reminder of like building upon your foundation of faith, and then also like not letting yourself like get too sucked into a relationship where you like lose yourself.
Yeah. I really made it a point, even right now, like to make time with friends individually. Like I'm gonna go out to eat dinner with my friend and like make sure like those relationships are like fostered as well. I think that helps with any relationship, I think, too.
Oh yeah, because like I feel like I love, but like that also includes everything. Like friendship love and all the other types
family
of
love.
Yeah, for sure. That's so cute. Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining on this episode. But yeah, thank you so much for joining.
Of course.
I've been wanting to have you on. I might want to have your boyfriend on and get his opinion. Especially since he's so chit chatty.
Yeah, he loves talking.
I met him once.
You met him once?
Yeah.
He was shy.
At Coachella. It was like 2 seconds. I was like, hi! I think I scared him. I think I was too much energy. And so where can the people find you?
Oh yeah. I have a food Instagram account called sunlitrecipes.nom.
sunlit_recipes.nom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you want to follow my sister, she posts great Korean content on there.
Yep.
At nam.nom.
Yeah. You guys both nomin, huh?
We're nomin. We're nomin.
We're nomin. Yeah, and so check out Jackie's Instagram and then follow Kiwon as well, and we will catch you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.